Alright, everybody, welcome back to another episode of my journey through Vintage Story. Today's episode's going to be a little different. I figured that I'd let you get to know me a bit while we keep doing the usual grind. I'm still learning this whole content thing, but I love doing it, and so here we are. I thought that I'd first talk about how I got into gaming. Um, Well, I was super young when I first got into gaming. I was about 5 years old, I'm pretty sure. And I remember this vividly. I was like 5 or 6 years old when Minecraft first came out, and that wasn't the first game I played, but I guess you could say first non-educational game. Um, that was the first time I ever played like an actual like mainstream game outside of learning stuff. And oh, before I continue talking, we made some more progress. I made a trunk, and I made a few trunks actually. Right here, I made a trunk, and I made more right here. I was working off camera to collect some materials to move to a new home just up here where it's a little more common with rain, and it's more open than this area is, and it looks a little nicer in my opinion. I also want to get to the Bronze Age in today's episode. Today's episode might be a little bit longer than the others. It might even be longer than my current longest episode. But yeah, when I first got into gaming, I I was around 5 or 6 years old when I got into mainstream gaming. Um, I was playing video games. Well, they're not video games. They were more like learning games for kids, and that's how I got into that. But then my cousin, who's about, I want to say maybe 5 years older than me, he came over one day and was playing a game on the computer, and it was Minecraft. And that game took over my life for a really long time. Like, from the time that I was about 5 or 6 years old, all the way to about the time I was about, I want to say about until I was about 13 was when was how long I was obsessed with Minecraft. Um, I do still play Minecraft, but it's not a game that I pay much attention to nowadays. Ever since I discovered Vintage Story, that's pretty much just been it. Now, these aren't the only games I have ever played. I am also an avid Call of Duty gamer. I currently own, well, I guess you could say co-own an esports team that's currently dead right now. I own two of them. I own Spoken Esports, and I own Access Esports, which is both currently in the works, essentially. I'm currently reworking the entire team. I'm trying to figure out a logo for Access because there's currently no logo for that team. But me and a friend, we both play ranked pretty often on Call of Duty, and for the last few months, he's been pretty busy with life, and so have I. So we've kind of been avoiding the whole gaming thing. And we have basically gotten nowhere with the teams, but you know, that's part of life right there. You know, just things get in the way, and stop you from being able to do what you're so passionate about. Now, Vintage Story is a game that specifically clicked with me because it had. So, as I said in the beginning of the episode, I was gonna take this, or not the beginning of the episode, the beginning of the series. I'm gonna take things slow, and it's because I like to take my time in games. I don't like to rush, because in my opinion, there's nothing fun about rushing through anything. Like, you don't get to experience things for how they're meant to be experienced if you're just speed running through things. Now, I'm not hating on speedrunners. If that's your jam, then I'm not gonna ruin that for you. Like, I don't really have an opinion on other people who like to do that kind of stuff. It's just more so that's not my thing. That's not what I want to be known for. I want to be known for that dude that makes semi-boring episodes that are still tolerable in some sense. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is I guess you could say my YouTube dream. When I first wanted to start making videos was essentially when I started realizing that basically every YouTuber I was watching growing up were basically my new parents. I was basically raised on YouTube. Now, some might think that that's a bad thing. That's not. I wasn't raised all that bad. I was raised to be a pretty respectful person. Now, I looked up to a lot of YouTubers growing up, like, there's Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, DanTDM, and the likes, and a whole bunch more that I just looked up to growing up, and I still do to this day. I'm gonna be 23 this year, and I still look up to these people. They're still very powerful in my mind. They're still very entertaining people. And I've been messing with the idea of a channel. Now, this channel is actually not that new. This channel started back in like I want to say around the beginning of 2020. Maybe a little later than that. I started out actually making Call of Duty mobile videos, and then I ended up branching out to other games like Skyrim and Farming Simulator. Speaking of Farming Simulator, I absolutely am obsessed with Farming Simulator. That's all I did yesterday on my, I guess you can say my off day. I just played Farming Simulator all day. I've also been wanting to make that into a series, but I take my time with things. I don't do entertaining things. I just do contracts in that game and just nothing really. But yeah, the idea of having a channel, like messing with one, having one, and keeping up one, I've been thinking about it for years, and what made me want to upload again as of lately is, well, Vintage Story is the reason why I came back to YouTube. And it's also because I got a better microphone, if I'm being honest. It's because I got a better microphone. And if you'd like to know what microphone I have a Blue Yeti, specifically a Yeti Caster. It's pretty good. I'm still tweaking around with the audio and whatnot in the OBS settings, trying to figure out how I want to make the audio be exactly. Because I know that it sort of sounds like I'm in like a tin can sometimes. And other times it sounds like I'm super far away or not speaking up enough. I guess a little bit more to know about me is, I'm not really a people person. Now, I have ADHD, like severe ADHD, and I am unmedicated because my type of ADHD is unresponsive to medications, so I have to learn to not get distracted easily. My attention span is basically that of a goldfish. Or to be more exact, my attention span is that of a rock. I'm not paying attention half the time. So, if you're wondering how I manage my ADHD while unmedicated, it's a lot of self-discipline. It's a lot of just figuring it out on my own. It's not something it is totally not something that I recommend. You know, like, it took me years to get this level of control over my life that I have now. But yeah, back to the whole I'm not a people person kind of person. I don't know. Um, I don't try to avoid people. I do like to have conversations with people. Um, oh, I left my chests over the back at the house. I wouldn't say that I'm introverted nor extroverted. I'm more of like in limbo, in between. Like, I am and I am not. Like, it takes. I have to get used to being around people in order to be more comfortable talking to them or to be around people. I do have social anxiety as well. I guess the reason why I don't have a real problem with recording is because it's just me, myself, and I, and the game. That's how I process it in my mind. Is it's just me and the game. But then again, I'm uploading it for a ton of people to see, and that honestly scares me in the back of my mind. Um. Also, I have a list of things that I want to talk about. That's another way that I manage my ADHD is I keep a list to keep my mind in check, to keep my attention in more of a more balanced way of being able to understand and not get distracted. Um, Now, hobbies and dreams and random interests outside of YouTube is pretty much gaming in general is my hobby. I do collect things, but that has more so branched into just collecting things in video games because, well, I don't really have a whole lot of space in my apartment. It's pretty small, and I'm living with another person, so me and her we only have so much space. Other hobbies that I have is um, I like to post like little motivational things on Instagram. I don't do it often. In fact, I had to change the name of the account that I was posting these things on from daily to just motivational stuff because I couldn't keep up with doing it daily. Now, as for dreams, I guess you can just say that YouTube is my dream. It's a passion that I've always had. It's something that's always just stuck with me. And I really love this game as of right now. I play it way too much. It's a game that no other game really brings me as much joy as Vintage Story does. And it actually kind of pains me that this game's pretty underrated in terms of player base. And I hope to see that this game gets more eyes on it. And I guess you could say that's the reason why I'm making content on it, is because I wanted people to discover the game and how fun it is. Like, I've heard people call this game basically adult Minecraft. Minecraft, and in a sense, it's more complex than Minecraft. And this game is by no means a clone, um, which is something that actually irritates me that people say. The term clone of a game is a one-to-one replica of the game. This game has no similarities other than the fact that it's made of blocks. The mechanics are completely different. The way of survival is completely different, and just everything other than the fact that it's a block game is completely different. Like, Minecraft doesn't even have polar equators and whatnot. Like, they don't have wind mechanics and, like, actual, like, visible storm clouds that roll through. Like, over there, it's raining over there. And over there, it's raining. Right here, it might rain. Like, the world in this game feels more alive, more aware, I guess you could say. Now, what helps keep me motivated in playing these games, and what helps me stay motivated to keep making videos is I don't worry about who does and doesn't see my content. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not really recording for the people, even though I kind of am. I'm more so recording because it's something that I just enjoy doing. Some people want to look to YouTube to make money off of it. Money, to me, I don't care about money. If this ends up becoming a career, then that's cool. Like, cool, I'm getting paid for doing stuff that I already enjoy doing. It's more of like a bonus to doing what you like. And, I like to just meet new people on the internet too. Like, I like to try to connect with people who like to watch my content, which is why I still highly encourage people to just comment. You can literally say anything. You can, yeah, just literally just say anything. It's not like I'm gonna ignore your comment or anything. All I ask is that you just keep it friendly. Don't be rude about things. Don't judge too harshly on the way that I do things. I do what makes sense in my mind in the moment, essentially. But yeah, staying motivated is just I have a dream, and that's what pretty much just keeps me motivated. The slight potential that anything can get seen is what brings me the motivation that I need to keep doing what I want to do. Because I'm here to make people smile, make people's days better, because I know everything, like the back of my hand, on how bad things can be. I know that life isn't always fair, and I know that things are going to be hard, and I'm basically here to be someone's escape, to basically find some peace. All I ask is that you just don't come to me for advice. My advice can be pretty bad. Now, I've also been kind of thinking about how long I want this series to run on for, and I'm thinking about 100 episodes, and then I'd go into, like, season 2, basically. I mean, the playlist for this series is called Season 1, so that's the plan, is to make a second season of this series. And I think that I'd make it a little bit different. I mean, it'll still be Homo Sapiens mode, but I might also do I guess a side series of one where I'm in standard mode. I don't really have much experience in it. I don't know much about it, and in all honesty, it kind of scares me. The first time that I ran into a shiver I actually closed out the game and didn't play it for like 3 days. It scared me that bad. Now I have plenty of personal worlds in my list, in my game world list. I have a bunch of different worlds that I made that I play on, different styles, mostly experimenting with what would work. And this series pretty much the equivalent to the one world that I've played on the most, just with a different structure to it. Like, obviously the world's different, my progression is different. Like, I spent a week in the game, and well, not in game week. I spent a week in real life in playing the game and got to copper. Now, I wasn't playing every day, but in terms of time spent, I spent about a week playing the game. Now, if you would like to see me do 2 series on this game, where when the time comes, or if you'd like to see me do the standard mode now, definitely let me know. Because it's not something that I know if I want to do or not. I know that some people would be like, just do what you want to do and whatnot, but I don't know what I want to do in terms of making a second series. Also, I'm getting 2 logs because of the skills mod. I have the lumberjack skill, which gives me a 20% chance of, and 2% chance, and an additional 2% chance for every level that I have to get extra wood. At least I believe that's what that means. Yeah, it increases my yield. I've also been playing around with the Conquest mod for this game. Now, I loved Conquest in Minecraft, and I'm so glad that it made an appearance here in this game, because it was pretty fun. And, I have a very poor understanding of Conquest in this game, because progression in this game is already slow. So, making a more thought-out series for this game with the Conquest mod, it wouldn't be that entertaining because I'm still learning it. And to make things not be boring, I am currently avoiding recording any progress on that, or a series at the moment. Some things that I look forward to improving as well are my editing commentary skills and building a better community. Like I said, if I didn't say this is a safe space, I welcome everybody and anyone to chat and leave comments. I don't judge. I'm inclusive of all people, as long as you're not racist or a bigot, basically. But yeah, this is a safe space. I try to be pretty inclusive, and that's not shown. That's also not shown. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, as per usual. But yeah, I want to improve the community that we have. Well, actually, I want to build it first. Can't really improve something that doesn't exist yet. But I do know that I do have some returning fans and viewers. I'm not going to really say fans, because unless you want to be described as being a fan, then I guess I'll call you a fan. But for now, you're just a viewer, and you're a real one for watching, because I walked in the first episode of this entire series with little hope that anybody would see it, and it went and got probably pretty good views. not much engagement, but it got plenty of views, which actually shocked me. But yeah, the whole goal of this is to just document my game life and my life, I guess. People get to know me. And, talk about me. You know, like we already are. Ooh, what's down there? I see bones. Something died down there. But yeah, commentary is something that I want to really work on. I'm not used to this whole thing. Like I said in the last episode, I'm not used to this whole talking to myself out loud thing. Now, I do talk to myself out loud outside of recording, but I don't talk to myself out loud like this, like I am recording. It's like one-liners, like saying "oh" out loud, or saying a very short and swift sentence to myself out loud. Recording is an entirely ballgame because you're going to be sitting here for hours talking to yourself out loud, looking like a weirdo for talking to nobody. Now I have been thinking about other series. Like I mentioned earlier, that I do play other games. And the only one that I know that I'm not going to make a series of is Call of Duty. I kind of want to branch away from making content around it, at least for now, because my main focus is on games like this, and now, not Vintage Story, Farming Simulator is a game that I really love, just about as much as I love this game. Agriculture to me has just always been a very huge interest, and I actually had a dream to become a farmer someday, but that dream's never gonna really happen. If I'm being honest, I don't think I could really keep up the stress that your everyday farmer goes through to keep up a farm, because a lot goes into farming, and I just don't think that I can do that. But someday I might give it a try. Sorry, my OCD didn't like how those looked. But yeah, I've been wanting to maybe make a series on Farming Simulator, because I've been playing a lot of Farming Simulator 25 lately, and I've actually been diving back into the older games too. Mostly to just get achievements. Oh yeah, that's another hobby of mine. I'm an achievement hunter by heart. I am obsessed with getting achievements. I have... Actually, I don't know how... Hang on, let me go ahead and check, actually. I have... So, I play games on Steam, of course. And I currently have 6 perfected games. And on... PlayStation. Yes, I'm a PlayStation person. I don't really like Xbox. You can hate on me for that all you want. I don't really care. I prefer Xbox, or I prefer PlayStation because it's... I don't know. I just have a better experience with PlayStation than I have ever had with Xbox. Now, I did used to be an Xbox person. I used to be an Xbox fan when I was a kid, up until I got older and got my first PlayStation, which was a PS4. Actually, it was a PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm pretty sure. But on PlayStation, I have like 2 or 3 platinum trophies. I just love to hunt down achievements and trophies. It's just... There's something about seeing a number go up that excites me. Now, I don't really want to make that into a series because there's plenty of people out there who 100% in platinum games. Like I said, I like to take my time, so I I I passively get these achievements and trophies. I don't try to rush through them unless it's a game that's fairly short. Like, um, currently I've been working on a game called Unpacking, which is a short and simple and sweet and game about unpacking someone's life, essentially. I've also been thinking about making some shorts. I don't know if I'm gonna make shorts because I don't know. I think it would be a little weird and hard to keep up with doing them because I don't know what I could add that would be entertaining in a short clip. And if you have made it this far into the episode or series in general, I appreciate it. Like deep down, I really do appreciate the engagement. Like I do appreciate people watching my content. Uh, it fills the purpose that I want to serve is to basically entertain someone. Um, and like I keep saying, I highly encourage you to interact with me. Like I'm somebody you can talk to. I'm somebody that you can interact with. Uh, your comment will not go unseen. And my flash is almost done too. That makes me happy. Also, our rye got he 75% less. I always thought it was 50. What the heck ate my parsnip? I think because those went bad, I'm just gonna turn those into... Or, I didn't have money, so I'm just gonna make them small. Or, I'm gonna make more parsnip seeds. Man, I cannot speak today. Also, those fly sounds that you keep hearing in the background, those are, that's the Forest Symphony mod. It adds an ambience to the game, basically, and, it is kind of annoying, in my opinion. But I play with it because it makes the game world feel a little bit more alive. But yeah, I do invite people to basically comment. Um, like I said, it's a safe space. This will always be a safe space, and I don't think I'll ever stray too far from being one for people that want to watch. Now, I know today's episode hasn't been that much interesting in sense of gameplay. I've just mostly been going around and moving stuff. And I thought it would be a pretty neat way to make an episode. Basically show you part of what I go through just to make things happen in this world. And we have enough flax twine to make our next linen bag. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, for mods that I use in this series, every mod that I find, like, I actively check the mod database to basically find cool new mods, and any mods that I do add to my game and choose to use in this world, specifically, I add in the description every time. And I will put in parentheses that it is new to the list. Currently, this episode and last episode, it doesn't say that any of them are new. Ooh, bioluminescence here? this isn't even that deep. Also, to speak on about the people that do watch, and if you really have made it this far, I really appreciate it because it makes me not only feel seen, but it also makes me feel heard. That people care to get to know me and get to basically learn who I am as a person. Oh, also, I have turned off the momentum mod just for now. It's because it was starting to mess with the way that I was progressing. And I also turned off that movement thing because I do have motion sickness. I do get it, and it was starting to make me a little bit motion sick after yesterday. I don't think we're going to be able to get to copper. I don't think we're going to be able to get to bronze quite yet. I didn't find any here. Well, actually, there is some. There's minuscule amounts of tin. There is also halite here, which is pretty good, because we're going to need halite for in the future. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab this flint, because I will need it for when I go to make some more, I will need it for when I make, fire clay. Because you can use, you can heat up the flint, and then crush it in a quern, and it'll give you a powder that you can use to make the flint into fire clay. You just surround it in clay and it'll turn into fire clay. And also, I think it's about time that we made this quern. Oh yeah, I did make a chisel because I wanted to chisel some stuff at some point. But first, let's go ahead and make this extra linen sack and drop all this stuff. And now our pockets are bigger. Much bigger. I cannot wait to the point where we enter the leather age so that we can start making leather backpacks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever even made a linen bag. I have gotten linen bags before in a series, but I've never made one. Back to the plan for this series. Like I said, I do plan on making it be about 100 episodes long. I might do more, or I might do less. It's just until I feel like I want something new, something fresh. And that's when we'll start basically season 2 of this series. Um, and I do kind of want to maybe experiment with different types of games on the channel. I don't know when I'll do that, but I will do that at some point. Um, I'll probably start with a game that I'm more familiar with, a game that I do enjoy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you did enjoy, let me know down below. If you didn't, still let me know down below. Um, I appreciate any comments. I read them all, and um, yeah, if there's anything else you would like to see me do, whether it be in the game or in a different game or play a different game, let me know down below. I do have quite an extensive list of games that I already currently own. Not many that I do enjoy though. I have like almost 200 games that I do play, but not all of them I enjoy. Um, but yeah, I thought that I'd keep this video pretty casual, not much progression, um, to more so explain and show that I really do like to take things slow. I'm not one to rush through things. And I've been rambling on for too much, but yeah, we got a little clip in and um, just a little bit of progress towards the goal to move to a new location at some point in a later episode, which will probably be in that next episode. Um, a little reminder is that there will be no episode tomorrow. Um, I do not. Tomorrow is, or actually, no, there is going to be an episode tomorrow. It's Sunday that there is not. There's not going to be an episode. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm not going to upload another episode tomorrow, but I will upload one on Sunday, which is what is, which is why I said that the my upload schedule is subject to change. I'm also going to be experimenting at some point soon with double uploads. So you're going to get two uploads a day uh, at some point. I might do it. I might do it Sunday. I might do it Monday. I don't really know when I'll do the double uploads. It's a matter of how often I can record and when I can get the recordings out. And this upload's gonna be pretty late, probably. If it depends. I've only been recording for a little over an hour, so probably not. It doesn't take much to edit that. But yeah, if you enjoyed, let me know down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.